That's awesome.
So they'll play
That's
Thursday.
great.
So good for them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. The Blue Jays move on to the semifinals. Coach Flanery, what did it take out of this group today? Just a gutty performance out there.
Yeah, our defense, I thought, was really connected. We didn't make too many mistakes. We made mistakes, but I think we fought through them, and we didn't have stretches where we weren't communicating on defense and aware of the things we needed to be aware of. And it helps when you play somebody for the third time. There's a familiarity there. Okay, how can they hurt us the most? And I thought we really did that, and then we just persevered through. We didn't make threes. We made 4 out of 24 threes, but we had 34 points in the paint, so we've kind of changed our identity a little bit that way. But just getting through the nerves, I felt like both teams were a little nervous early, but just staying connected and just I told him, I said, the habits that you've built are what enables you to win a game like today, because it wasn't smooth on offense by any means.
Well, your freshman Ava Zedeker stepped up big time. What allowed her to be ready for a moment like that?
Well, I was talking to her dad the other night and congratulating him on Ava being an all-league player, and he said, we have high expectations. She has high expectations, so I think that's a big piece of it, is athletes who don't let themselves off the hook. If you're not improving, if you're not, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to have weaknesses. But I think Ava faces the things that she doesn't do well and tries to get better. It's easy to deflect, even at my age. So I think she's competitive, and she can affect the game in a lot of ways too. Like when it gets up and down, she's good. I thought defensively today, she really got into their ball handlers a little bit and was she's made a big jump defensively too.
How would you describe the year it's been for this team? You bring in 6 freshmen, tons of turnover. What has this year taken?
Yeah, it's a good leadership and resiliency from our younger players. I think, if you look at Kennedy, Grace, and Kiani, and I know Kiani didn't play, but she's still a really good leader, is those guys have had to navigate the frustration of freshmen who are only 8 to 12 months now out of playing high school basketball, where their habits aren't ready to win at the Division I level every single day. And so the ability of Kennedy and Grace and Kiani to show tough love to our freshmen, but also to show easy love. And then I think I've made the comment that I feel like our freshmen haven't hit a wall, which is often the case with freshmen. They get to February and it's a long season and the demands are greater. I think they've done a great job of being resilient and being coachable, and it helps that there are a lot of them, and it helps that they're getting to play, right? Because it's a little easier to come to practice ready and hungry when in February when you're getting to play and you're getting to impact winning and losing.
Well, number 1 UConn up next for this team, the defending national champions. What is the message to your squad before tomorrow?
Well, just compete. It's compete, do the things that we can do, limit, figure out what your body language needs to look like the whole game, because you're going to have stretches where, it's going to feel really chaotic because of how good defensively they are, but, staying connected, staying positive, and playing through mistakes, because you're going to make more of them than against most teams. And so we've got to try to take care of the ball as best we can and without a lot of prep. But we've played them twice. That should help. But they're really good. I mean, I think I said early, just watching them, that they won the national championship last year, and I think they're better this year. So that's not but if you're a competitor, you want that opportunity.